How you doing? It's Chad. I'm going to do a short synopsis video to show you how the QUALCOMM works. Take you in from the beginning to the very end once you drive off, and show you a couple other features on the MCP 50. When you first get in the truck in the morning, you start the truck, it'll take a good 5 minutes for this thing to fire up and get going. So you're going to have to be a little patient on that. It is a little bit laggy getting started. But when you first get in the truck, as you notice, the blacked out functions, hours of service, vehicle inspection report, and workflow will be blacked out. The first thing you got to do is you're going to need to log in. All right. And that's pretty easy. The way that we're doing it here at Npl Dedicated, it will be your first initial last name, and the password will be the last four of your social security number. So as you go over here, you see you got to bring the keyboard up every single time. So that I will go ahead and log in with my name. All right, and as you see right here, then you got to make the keyboard go away. That's how you do this down here. I pulled my social security away. Down here, the lower right hand corner is the keyboard. You make that go away, and then you hit OK. Sometimes it is a little laggy. You'll get your little hourglass up there. Give it a second. All right. Got 2 hours of unassigned drive time. Just go ahead and hit yes on that. And as of right now, I am active. Then you go back to your home screen, and as you see right here, then these things are all working. So you've got your hours of service lit up, and your vehicle inspection reports are lit up. But workflow is not an application that we use. All right. So as it's still updating, still going. Usually updates your logs because I don't log in a whole lot, so it usually has a lot of updating. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and figure you're in the truck first thing in the morning. So the first thing you got to do is your pre-trip. All right, so you go to your vehicle inspection report. Okay, you have to do the actual vehicle inspection report first, and then you actually put the truck number in. So hit vehicle inspection, hit select. All right, and that comes up here, and it shows all your items here. If you have any defects, then you go ahead and put it in here, and then you add whatever it is. Keep in mind, if it is an out of service defect, the log will not let you go anywhere. Just so you know that. No defects. Next page. Now it lets you put the truck number in. Do you have a trailer? Yes. No defects. Hit next page. Put your trailer number in. Bring the keyboard up with your keyboard sitting up there. I see it's my logs have just been updated. 480060. Make your keyboard go away again. Hit done. Trailer inspection completed. Yes. All right, so your vehicle inspections are done. Go back to home. Hours of service.
You have 7 hours and 58 minutes of remaining drive.
Okay, and it lets you know that you have 7 hours and 58 minutes worth of drive time. And you're like, well, wait a minute, we're allowed to drive 11 hours a day. Well, this is calculating to your half-hour break. So it'll let you know that you're counting down, and will let you know an hour before it'll start beeping at you and let you know that, hey, man, you got to take your half-hour break or you're going to be in violation. Okay, here's your status situation. I'm going to go across every single tab, explain what every single thing does for you. And in status this is the only place where you can change your actual status or claim exemptions, anything of that matter. Clock in and clock out are for, we have some hourly employees here at the company, so they will clock in and clock out at the beginning of their days. And you have exceptions. So if there are local drivers that can claim the 16-hour exemption rule, they're only allowed to do it once a week, and you have to be from the domicile every single night. So anybody who sleeps in a truck cannot use this. So if you see that you're going to be out and you can use your 16-hour exemption one time a week, you would select that here and hit OK down here. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, you go over here to your remarks. So anytime that you change an on-duty status, you can add remarks here. There's any number of things that you can add that you can put here for your duty statuses. We'll go ahead and cancel that. And here's change. This is the only place where you can change your on-duty status. Now keep in mind, when you're driving the truck and you stop, say you back into a dock at a mailer or a shipper or something like that, you come to a stop, the truck will automatically, after a minute, will automatically kick you into on duty not driving automatically, unless you choose otherwise. Whether or not if you choose off duty, or if you choose sleeper berth, or if you choose off duty driving. Off duty driving is, say, if you're not out of your 11 hours and you're at a shipper and you want to stay off duty and you want to go over to a restaurant to get something to eat, as long as you're not out of your 11, you can choose off duty driving to be able to go over and do that. Just make sure that no matter what, if you're running local and you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all day long, it's great because you don't have to change your duty status at all. Sometimes you just have to be careful when you get to some place and you're running a sleeper run. Do not forget to log sleeper berth or off duty when you climb in a sleeper, because you could wake up in the morning and you used all your on duty time, and you're either calling Butch or me or somebody else and say, hey man, I need you to change my time because I ain't got no hours and I didn't go anywhere. So double check and make sure that you always log off duty or sleeper berth when you get ready to climb in bed and go to bed. That's pretty much everything here on the status tab. Okay, we'll go to OK. Okay, here's your summary. Very simple. It's just a bar graph drawdown of everything that you're doing this week, everything that you're doing in the day, your 11-hour driving and your 8-hour rest break. That brings that all up. It's just pretty simple. As your day goes along, these bars get a little bit shorter. Not really hard to explain. Now here's your logbook. Pretty much looks just like another regular logbook. You got your tabs here, left and right. You can tab through your days to the right all the way up to your current day right here. All right. Then you go to your day log, and then this is the same thing as the graph, but it tells your actual your locations here. So this is the same thing as you flagging a paper log and writing where your location is and all of that. So then this is where you would go to be able to see that. Your 8-day log. Now, why the 8-day log is very important here is if you get pulled over by a DOT cop and this system is hardwired to the truck, but you have a 12-foot cord that you can hand this out to a DOT cop. So the cop says, most of the time they see the E-log sticker on the truck, they're going to say, ah, to hell with it, I'm not even going to bother with the guy, let you go. But every once in a while you get the guy that, that wants you to hand it out to him. What I would suggest that you do when you go through a DOT inspection, go to graph and then have it on that day. Most of these cops will know what QUALCOMM is and OMNITRACS. It's the most popular logging system out there right now. So they'll know that you can hand it to them, and then they can go and toggle through your days and do all that kind of stuff. But you might have this old guy that has never done it before, or just set in his ways and everything, and he's going to say, hey man, look, the hell with this thing, I don't even want to look at it, I need you to fax or email them to me. So if that's what happens, then you go to your 8-day, because that's what you're going to have to send him, okay? And then most of the time these cops nowadays got the email right in their cars or their $40,000 Tahoes that they drive around now, or you can get the email in the scale house or fax them to the scale house. So right here, here's all your last 8 days that you got. You can toggle through all your last 8 days. He asked for the email. You could just hit fax email right down there. So let's go right back. This is very important. So you hit fax email, and then boom, there it is right there. Fax number, you can punch it in, or you can punch in the email. Probably you could just go ahead and bring up your keyboard like this and go ahead and select that, and just hand it out to the DOT cop and have him just go ahead and punch in his email, and then within a couple minutes, boom, your logs are on his computer screen in his car, or truck, or whatever he's got going on. All right, so that goes through that. Let's cancel that. All right. Now we go to approve. Now approving your logs is the same as you signing a paper log. That log is not completely current and completely finished unless you approve a log. I tell all my guys here at BWI, this is the protocol that you should follow. You only log out of your system if you're parking your truck and going home. Okay, so if you get back from a run and you're getting ready to leave and you're going home, is the only time that you log out of the system. Protocol for logging out of the system is you get back, you drop your trailer, turn all your paperwork in, do your trip sheet, all that stuff. Pull out from underneath the trailer, make sure all that stuff's all done. You back your truck into your parking space, or you move your personal car out and you back your truck into your parking space, and you're getting ready to go home. First thing you do is just go ahead and log off duty, okay? And then after you log off duty, which you would just go right back here, go to status, all right? And then you go ahead and hit change. Go ahead and log off duty, which I'm already logged off duty before, but you can go to log off duty right here. Okay. Hit OK.
You have 7 hours and 15 minutes of remaining drive time.
Okay. I'm already logged off duty. And then at that point, you just go ahead and hit driver login, and then hit right here, hit driver log out. Okay. Okay. Now, let me show you one more quick thing. Let me log back in real quick because I forgot one thing. All right, we're going to go log back in. Did miss one thing. You got to go into your load tab. Sorry about this. So we'll go back to hours of service. Now on load information over here, this is where we're going to check into. So when you leave the yard in the morning, of course, this is all pretty self-explanatory. You would go ahead and click new load, and all that information all has to be filled in. Fill in your load ID number, whether or not if it's a mail load out of the warehouse, or your bill of lading number and load number for a backhaul, say for like C.H. Robinson, your trailer numbers, and all of that such. It's all very self-explanatory, your start date and your stop date, and then you hit OK on that. And then for every load that you do, you can go ahead and select new load. And that information comes up on your day log, and also comes up on your graph log or your printouts that the cops would need, to make sure that it's on there. So when you email your log, all that stuff shows up on there. Messaging, right here. Pretty self-explanatory, very easy to navigate through. We're not going to allow any more texting on the company phones and in the trucks. It's all going to be done by this on the Qualcomms. It's very simple. You can use, if you're at a, it's got all kinds of things in here that you could use that are very easy to do. So like if you were, at a stop or trailer where you switch out, you can use this to update us in the office, which really helps us out a lot because we have to update C.H. Robinson and all that kind of stuff all the time. And tell you the truth, this actually does come out pretty helpful. But you can also hit freeform where it says right down here, freeform, and then you can actually type out a message, bringing up the keyboard here and type it all out for you. Navigation. This is all pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure that when you use this, and then when you select your destinations, to make sure that you select practical miles, not shortest miles. This has been working pretty good for us. It's locked up on a couple occasions. We've only had 2 where it locked up for a long time, but other than that, it's been pretty helpful. And on new systems, you just got to make sure you go into settings, like when it's brand new and it's just set in, make sure you set your time zone correctly. And as you peruse through this thing, you'll really teach yourself a lot more than you'll learn right here on this video trying to cram it in. But at least here, you'll have a quick idea of where you need to go. First thing you do when you first log in, you got to log in. Remember, your driver login is your first initial last name, and the last 4 of your social is your password. Then you're logged in. Then you go to hours of service. Okay? Real quick, you go through status. This is where you change your status. All of these: off duty, sleeper berth, driving, on duty, off duty driving. All these things that you can do here. This is where you change all your status. Do not forget to log sleeper berth when you stop somewhere and go to bed for your 10-hour break. Okay? And make sure you do not forget to log out. This is another problem. This brings up something. Butch, or anybody that's working from the computer, Tiffany, any of us, we cannot log you in or log you out. You have to log yourself in or log yourself out. So if you leave work and park your truck and forget to log yourself out, wow, it's a huge conundrum. So make sure you do not forget to log out or log in or log sleeper berth before you get ready to crawl in bed and go to sleep. All right, so that's all done there real quick. Okay, here's your summary, bar graph of what's going on, very simple. Here's your graph, just like your paper log. Here's your day log. It shows all your destinations and your locations of where you are. Your 8-day log shows all your 8 days. Remember right here, fax email. If a cop wants you to send your logs to him in the car or send it in there into the scale house, that's there. Cancel. Okay. Remember to approve your logs. So before you log out at the end of the day or go into sleeper berth, you have to approve your logs. So make sure you hit approve. Down here where it says approve all, go ahead and hit that. About to approve all your logs, because that means you're just signing all your logs is what it's doing. All right. And remember all your load information that has to be edited and entered for every load that you handle. And then you hit new load down here for every new one that you use. Vehicle inspection reports real quick. Just going over, just tap on vehicle inspection. Whether or not if you have any defects or not. And then after you fill that in, go with your tractor number. And the same thing for your trailer. And same thing right here. As you go to the end, When you park the truck, you back into your parking space. You approve all your logs first, log off duty. Log off duty, approve all your logs, then log out. Do not forget to log out. That's very, very important. And then just go ahead and hit log out. And it says I'm logged out. Okay. And we're done here, man. So far, all the BWI drivers, we've been running this for almost a month now. They're all finding that they're gaining about a half hour to 45 minutes every day. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at cboston@npldedicated.com, or you can call me at my desk at 410-988-3288. Take care, guys.